Hello, NBA fans. Daily news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a fan of the Lakers show and I hope you'll subscribe to the channel and give it a like. Lakers fans are very fond of Austin Reaves and are concerned about whether he will remain with the Lakers after 2026, as Reaves will be a free agent. Lakers owner Jeannie Buss stated that she wants to renew the player's contract and will do everything she can to keep him with the Lakers for many years alongside Luka Doncic. Lakers coach J.J. Redick also said that Reaves has what it takes to be a star this season and be called up to the All-Star games. Austin Reaves will be a huge star, there's no doubt about that. The 2025-26 NBA season will mark Luka Doncic's first full campaign with the storied Los Angeles Lakers franchise. It could also be LeBron James' last in Los Angeles. Those are two major storylines for the Lakers heading into the coming campaign. But it also just might be the season where Austin Reaves finally adds an All-Star selection to his resume. Reaves' quest to be an All-Star won't come without its potential obstacles. Namely, there are question marks about his fit next to Doncic, and he will still have to share usage with both of LA's superstars. It's also worth noting that there is no shortage of highly talented guards in the West. However, when looking at Reaves' progression so far in his pro career and weighing other factors, he might just be in line for an All-Star nod in his fifth NBA season. Here are 5 reasons why. Reaves' incremental improvement has shown no signs of stopping. Not every player is able to show linear improvement every season, but Reaves has checked that box up to this point. Amazingly, he has averaged more assists and points per contest with each passing season in the league. Across 73 games played with the Lakers last season, he averaged 20-plus points and 5-plus assists per game to further establish himself as a dangerous offensive player. Reaves was one of only 23 players in the NBA to hit those benchmarks in the 2024-25 campaign, among those who appeared in at least 40 games. Assuming Reaves continues his status quo of incremental growth on offense, he will put up All-Star caliber numbers as a scorer and playmaker and crack the All-Star roster in the 2025-26 campaign. A fast start could be in the cards for the Lakers. The Lakers roster is looking a bit different than it did a season ago. Dorian Finney-Smith is no longer a member of the team, but the likes of DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart are going to give Los Angeles some new blood. Here's an optimistic view of what that could mean. With LA looking revamped, the team gets off to a hot start in the coming season and establishes itself as one of the best teams in the Western Conference from the get-go. In January, the squad holds a top 2 seed in the West, and with the Lakers playing so well ahead of the All-Star festivities, several of their players, such as Reaves, get a whole lot of All-Star attention. The three-headed dragon of Reaves, James, and Doncic all qualify for the All-Star game with themselves and the Lakers tearing up the competition, and more than 2 players for Los Angeles participate in the game for the first time since the 1997-98 campaign. Reaves has a chance to combine high scoring and high efficiency. It's no easy task for a player to find the sweet spot of scoring the ball with strong efficiency while having a high usage rate, but that's what many of the top talents in the league do. Reaves has shown an ability to be remarkably efficient, see his second season in the league, and is clearly capable of dropping over 20 points per game, see last season. Now, it's time to combine it all. The optimistic prediction: in his 5th NBA campaign, Reaves finds a balance and posts a new career high in points per game while scoring the ball with a level of accuracy from the perimeter that would make Stephen Curry blush. Reaves averages 22-plus points per contest while shooting at least 50% from the field and 40% from three-point range, and he spends much of the season near the top of the league in three-point percentage. Reaves' familiarity with Doncic will show after last season. When Doncic got traded to the Lakers a season ago, Reaves didn't have much time to get used to playing alongside the Slovenian in the starting backcourt before the 2025 NBA playoffs rolled around. However, now that Reaves got to spend the latter part of the 2024-25 campaign learning what it's like to share the court with the perennial MVP threat, they will have some familiarity to work with in the coming season. The hope: Doncic and Reaves will prove to be an ideal backcourt pairing in the Lakers' opening lineup and go down as one of the best offensive backcourt duos in the league in the 2025-26 season. Plus, with Smart in the mix to mask their defensive shortcomings, their holes on that end won't be as blatant as they were a season ago. Playing off an offensive player of Donic's caliber for a full season will allow Reeves to take his game to new heights and earn an All-Star selection along with the 26-year-old. The injury bug could strike. Ultimately, even if Reeves checks some of the aforementioned boxes, it might still not be enough for him to be an all-star with all the talented guards who play in the West. Nobody wants to see injuries, but if Reeves isn't initially named to the All-Star game, he could be selected as a replacement if the injury bug strikes the West. With so many star players dealing with injuries last season, it doesn't appear to be far-fetched that some of the best guards in the game could be dealing with the injury bug around the All-Star break. Mavericks just gifted Lakers perfect target with Luka Doncic connection. The Dallas Mavericks just waived Olivier Maxence Prosper, who played with Luka Doncic, and the Los Angeles Lakers should consider signing him to a two-way contract. The Dallas Mavericks just waived Olivier Maxence Prosper, as reported by Shams Charania of ESPN, and he could be a very interesting target for the final Los Angeles Lakers two-way spot. LA already has Christian Coloco and Chris Manon inked to two ways, but at just 23 years old, Luka Doncic's former Mavs teammate could be an option for the last one. Though Prosper didn't spend much time in the G League this past year, he put up solid numbers during his rookie campaign with the Texas Legends in 2023-24. In 25 appearances, Prosper put up 18.3 points, 7.7 rebounds, 2.0 assists, and 1.0 steals while shooting 49.8% from the floor and 41.6% from long range on 5.5 three-point attempts. Now, he could be a very interesting buy low option for the Lakers to target. Why should Lakers sign Olivier Maxence Prosper? Prosper is 6'7" and has shown glimpses of a solid three-point shot. In today's NBA, that warrants a look. Just because he didn't pan out in Dallas doesn't mean there isn't any talent there. And if LA brought him on board, he could spend some serious time in the G League with the South Bay Lakers, giving him some more time to develop. While in Dallas, Doncic spoke highly of Prosper after the Mavs selected him in the first round of the 2023 NBA draft. Both rookies, they're great so far, Doncic told Grant Afseth, then of SI. We played 2 pickup games, and they were great. Former Lakers assistant coach and current Dallas head coach Jason Kidd also spoke highly of Prosper at the time. I think the big thing is, Max and those guys and D-Liv have worked extremely hard, Kidd said. I think when we talk about starting them, one of them probably will be a starter. I want to see how they react to playing with Kai and Luka and Grant, and so far, so good. As it stands, the Lakers roster doesn't have a ton of depth at the forward position. Rui Hachimura is the likely starter, but they lost Dorian Finney-Smith in free agency. They drafted Adou Thiero and signed Jake LaRavia in free agency, but they don't have many dependable players at the 4 spot. There's no guarantee that Prosper will develop into someone they can trust, but he has NBA experience and knows Doncic. If the Lakers are searching for a guy to use their last two-way on, he could be an interesting option. Derek Fisher gives advice to Luka Doncic on leading Lakers into next era. There is no franchise like the Los Angeles Lakers, as the expectations they have each year are to win championships. Coming from Dallas, Luka Doncic is a championship-caliber player, but he has yet to get a full season in LA to fully ingratiate him. So while Doncic has not seen what it is like to deal with these intense expectations, he is built for a stage of this caliber. Coming off an NBA Finals appearance in 2024, the Slovenian star wants to get over the hump and win his first ring with the Lakers. Still just 26 years old, he will have plenty of opportunities to reach the mountaintop in the NBA. Someone who experienced plenty of winning in LA was Derek Fisher, who won 5 rings during his stint. He offered advice to Doncic as he begins a new chapter leading a new team, via ESPN LA. The responsibility it's hard to describe. My shoes were never the size of Luka's, in terms of really carrying the franchise into the next iteration and generation. I think the biggest thing is being a champion. While Lakers fans and the organization are always going to go for it every season, for Luka and guys that look like they're going to be here for multiple years, you still have to have the willingness to play the long game. Right? You're looking to win now, but your habits have to last for a decade. Fisher mentions a great point about habits because Doncic's regarding his body may not have been the best early in his career. However, a switch appears to have flipped regarding the mentality of getting into better shape to contend in June. This offseason, Doncic completely transformed his body to get into the best shape of his life. He is coming into the 2025-26 season extremely motivated to prove the doubters wrong. As Fisher said, those habits that got him where he is now have to be sustained over a long period of time in order to achieve that. Sasha Vujasic believes Luka Doncic is perfect superstar for Lakers. A trend that has passed the test of time is the Lakers finding star power to lead their franchise. Luka Doncic is the latest player to land in LA, and fellow Slovenian and former Lakers champion Sasha Vujasic believes Doncic is the perfect superstar for LA. 100%. And I think that, not to diss Dallas, but I think Luka's light and capability were way too big for the Dallas spotlight. I think Luka is the perfect guy that we need in LA to carry us to that next championship. And I said it a long time ago when I watched him play, there are glimpses I see from Kobe, like in his eyes. He plays with a smile, but he wants to kill you. There was a saying in our locker room, you smell blood, you go at them. And I think Luka is one of those few individuals in the league that has that demeanor, and has that mindset of trying to go to the next level. I think it's going to be a fun year, and I'm really happy he's with us. Lakers offseason call on LeBron James called boldest move. Recap, Liberty vs. Mercury, August 30, 25. The Los Angeles Lakers did not offer LeBron James a contract extension this offseason, making the 40-year-old forward an unrestricted free agent in 2026. The decision sparked widespread reactions, with some criticizing the Lakers, while others understood the franchise's decision to move on from the aging star. Bleacher Report's Eric Pincus ranked the Lakers' offseason decision as 9th in his list of the 10 boldest moves of the 2025 NBA offseason. The Los Angeles Lakers have given LeBron James a yes to essentially every contract demand since acquiring the former NBA MVP in 2018 as a free agent. Whether it was trading most of the roster to acquire Anthony Davis, leading to the title in 2020, bringing on Russell Westbrook, or drafting his son, Bronny James, in 2024, the Lakers have done James' bidding, Pincus wrote on August 30. Lakers ready to move on? Pincus offered praise to the Lakers front office for the courage of their conviction, pointing out how James had never entered a season before on an expiring contract. That's not necessarily a criticism. For many, James ranks as the #1 best player in league history, he continued. But this summer, the Lakers didn't give him whatever he wanted. When James needed to decide on his player option before the end of June, the Lakers chose not to offer him a longer deal. Without a 1+1, 2-year deal with a player option after the 2025-26 season, or a 3-year contract offer from the Lakers, James chose to opt into his final year. LA has a new face of the franchise, Luka Doncic, and the bold signal was made to James, turning 41 in December, that he is no longer that guy. For the first time in his career, James will enter an NBA season on an expiring contract, putting his future with the Lakers in jeopardy. In previous years, James had at least a player option on his deal that he would typically decline and sign a new one. However, in a surprising turn of events, James opted into his $52.6 million player option, following which his agent, Rich Paul, hinted that his client might bolt from LA. The Lakers' bold move, according to ESPN's Brian Windhorst and Ramona Shelburne, is due to their insistence on keeping their books clear for the 2027 offseason, when stars like Nikola Jokic and Giannis Antetokounmpo could become available as free agents. The Lakers had already made their statement in not offering James a contract beyond this season, the NBA insiders wrote in July 11th report. It was abundantly clear that the 21-time All-Star's time as the face of the Lakers had, for the first time, a planned end date, even if James' record-setting NBA career did not yet. Whether the 2025-26 season is to be James' final season in the NBA is up to him. But if he wanted the kind of Hollywood ending that only the Lakers can give legends of the game, the release date was set. Lakers should acquire Pal's 6'11" lob threat, Dalton Knecht to assist Luka. The Los Angeles Lakers partially plugged their hole at the center position by acquiring former number 1 overall pick in the 2018 NBA Draft, DeAndre Ayton, in free agency. Los Angeles also accomplished their primary objective of handing a 3-year, $165 million contract extension to their 26-year-old generational talent, Luka Doncic, which could eventually lead to a move for an even younger big man. In an effort to land a leaping frontcourt force that can fit better within the Lakers' new timeline, it's plausible to believe that the franchise's front office could contact the New Orleans Pelicans to inquire about a trade for their incoming sophomore center, Yves Missi. According to recent reports, New Orleans' former number 21 overall selection in the 2024 NBA Draft could become a trade candidate for a myriad of reasons. Later, New Orleans made its biggest free agency splash in the form of veteran center Kevin Looney, who was coaxed away from the Golden State Warriors with a 2-year, $16 million deal, Bleacher Report's Zach Buckley wrote Saturday. That's a healthy enough investment to imagine Looney will be a significant factor in the team's interior rotation. The same holds true for Derek Queen, or rather, it will once he's back wrist surgery, who probably needs to play the 5 to see major minutes whenever Zion Williamson is healthy. Not to mention that Missi, your prototypical rim runner, would work best alongside a visionary playmaker, which isn't exactly the way one would describe New Orleans' new starting point guard, Jordan Poole, 4.5 assists against 3.0 turnovers last season. Missi is viewed as a suitable two-way, lob-catching big man that could benefit from working in tandem with a star passer. With that being the case, there may not be a better option as a pick-and-roll partner in the entire NBA than Doncic. The Pelicans' 21-year-old first-round pick certainly stood out for the team in his debut campaign, as he contributed 9.1 points, 8.2 rebounds, and 1.3 blocks while shooting 54.7% from the field in 73 appearances and 67 starts. If the Lakers begin to view Missi as a necessary trade target, there could be an opportunity for both teams to perform a swap of their first-round picks from the 2024 NBA Draft, as a one-for-one deal exchanging forward Dalton Knecht for the athletic center could be in order. Los Angeles's 24-year-old prospect also averaged 9.1 points on a solid 37.6% three-point percentage last season, and he could be a valuable addition for a Pelicans squad looking to recover offensively after their decision to deal former All-Star and Most Improved Player winner, Brandon Ingram, to the Toronto Raptors.